and using one very common conversion for the stadium, he got 24,662 miles, which is amazingly accurate for something done so many years ago. And that's my little bit of mathematical geography for your show, Marty, the story of how Eratosthenes measured the Earth.
Well, John, that's a fantastic story, and to think that this was known that long ago, and the knowledge was lost or retrieved, or
well, very much lost in the Dark Ages. They had gone back to
the flat Earth concept.
The flat Earth concept, and when they once again went to the idea of a spherical Earth, the attempt to find its circumference was greatly very unscientific. There was a tremendous amount of biblical research that was done to find hints and clues as to the circumference of the Earth, so that when Columbus went to Queen Isabella to get funding for taking the shortcut to India, as he thought, he had a very false idea of how big the Earth was, based on results that were nowhere as scientific as the Greeks had had.
Right. Interesting subject. We'll have a little more to say about that, John, but I think probably now we're gonna do a song. Traditionally, you don't join the singing.
No.
And I'm not gonna put you on the spot now. We're saving that unwelcome thing for some other unfortunate guest. But we're going to revert to our traditional singing troupe here. Yeah, you can pick your nose now or anything. They're not on you. No, he's not doing that. No. You see, I have a nice guest come on, and I'm insulting him and everything. But you know, I went to school in grade 10. I had John for the first time as a teacher, and there wasn't many subjects that I had any respect for at school. Well, I was a kid that thought he knew everything, but math was something that you know, really inspired me. We had these Thursday afternoon problem sessions that we used to go to after school, and we'd all go there, and John would solve problems on the board, and then he'd hand out the problems for next Thursday. And it was always a big thrill for me. I'd put them in my notebook, and I'd close them, and I wouldn't look at them because I wanted to save them up for the last minute, so it would be more exciting. Especially if Thursday afternoon, the day before the problem session was going to be solved, we had there was something called a double English class, where they run English class, 2 classes in a row. And I spent a lot of happy double English classes until they kicked me out of English. They were generous to me, you know. They in those days you could graduate without a heck of a lot of accomplishments behind you, and you know, I was one of those fortunate students. You don't want to hear about this anyhow. You don't want to hear about all this. Did we pick a song? I think. Yeah, I know we did. Hank Williams, and someone, you know, Bob, my friend Bob, was saying to me, why do you not do any Hank Williams on your show? And it's a serious remission, but we're going to try and do. Now, Hank Williams, what a great songwriter he was. You see, there's a lot of great country singers on the radio, but here's a guy that wrote all his own songs, and they are wonderful songs. Your Cheating Heart, we're going to do that one today.
But sleep won't come the whole day through. Your cheating heart will tell on you. When tears come down like falling rain, floor the way I do. Your cheating heart will tell on you. Your cheating heart will pine someday and crave the love you threw away. The time will come when you'll be blue. Your cheating heart will tell on you. When tears come down like falling rain, you'll toss around and call my name. You'll walk the floor the way I do. Your cheating heart will tell on you. Your cheating heart will tell on you. Whoa! Yeah. Did you hear all that noodling Neil was doing on an electric guitar over there? That's, you know, that's really something that country music has invented, as this wonderful kind of ringing style of guitar playing, where the guy just, I don't know what you call it, but it's a beautiful thing. You know, any guitar players, you know, professional guitar players have quite a respect for country picking. You know, country music is something that less so these days, but you know, until recently has got a lot of highbrow people looking down on it. But in recent years, you know, among any kind of educated, intelligent people, you find a lot of interest in country music. Now, Sharon, you go around in architecture where you are. There's country strong in it.
A lot of big country fans in architecture. Incredible. Actually, in the States now, it's bigger than pop music. So.
The dean of your school is a fan.
Yeah,
right?
that's right. That's right.
What's the guy's name?
Michael Cox. He's a great guy, and we were walking around the Faculty of Architecture singing country music songs, and he called out the artist.
Yeah, he identified the singer of Wolverton Mountain as Claude King. So. Country, what was his name?
Michael
Fox.
Michael Cox.
Michael Cox. Michael J. Cox. Michael. Yeah. Your country IQ is right up there. And someday you're going to get you to talk about your school there with stuff you do. Now, it's a funny thing about architecture.
Wait till I graduate and I'm out of there before I start telling stories.
Yeah, that's right. We got to let her get out first. But I'll say one thing for him. Okay, first of all, going through engineering, okay, you learn a lot of math and calculus, but as far as being an on-the-job engineer, you are totally out of place once you leave university. We didn't know our white wires from our black wires, you know, and when I say we didn't know our white wires from the black wires, right now the professors that taught me engineering don't know what I'm talking about, because they don't know that there's such a thing as a white wire and black wire, but by and large, they're not aware of that. But the electricians you have to work with when you get out as an engineer, and they say, well, this is the stuff electricians are supposed to know. Yes, the electrician's supposed to know it, but the thing is the engineers don't know it. You see, it is an embarrassment. But to contrast, you know, Sharon's education, she's always got these all-night projects, and what you're making those little fluffy trees and bushes and things, and stick people.
Yeah.
And
building models of buildings. And
but they're good, but do architects do that?
Okay, yeah. I mean, our education in terms of designing, presenting buildings, presenting them to clients, we sort of do that in school.
I think
so it's not totally foreign when you're out and you're working.
I think it seemed quite a lot, because then you got a job, and it seemed like your job, you were making the same lousy kind of things as the little bushes as you were at university.
Yeah, okay.
It seemed like it was quite to the point. In fact, she's ready to be an architect. Let her out. Don't make her go back for another year. What are you jerking her around? She's been there 7 years already.
You start by buttering up my Dean. Isn't that cool? You know, all that he knows about country music, and now you're giving him a hard time.
She's ready to be out. You're going to keep her for another year. What are you doing, you know? Okay, and now that's bring this down to the end of the show.
I think we've got about 5.
We've got about 5 minutes. I was going to talk a little bit about math because, you know, with regard to this question of Eratosthenes and angles and all that, it's something that I wanted to be able to calculate was what portion. It's kind of a related question. If you hold your pinky up and look at the moon, and you see the nail on your pinky is about the same size as the moon, and then you want to know, what have you learned? What have you learned? Okay. Specifically, what portion of the sky does the moon cover? If you see that your pinky is the size of the moon. And okay, you might say that it's 1 centimeter, the diameter of your pinky nail, and that, what is it from here to there, 50 centimeters? So you might say that it's 2%, you know, that this distance is 2% of the distance to your eye, and let's say that was as big as the moon. But then now you want to ask the hard question, what percentage of the sky does the moon cover? Okay, now we've got 1 minute left in the show. And we'll take up this topic on the next thing, and you can take my facts for, I'll say that it's actually, 1%. Let's say it was 1%, half a centimeter on 50. You want to know how big the moon is, in terms of how long is it going to spend by the time it touches the horizon till the time it goes down and sinks below the horizon. Could you figure it out by sizing it this way? And I'll tell you how to do it next show. But for now, we got our farewell tribute to, and I think we were going to do today the Lawrence Welk farewell. And we do, no, JD's going to start grumbling again. He always, okay, that's all right. It's okay. We'll do some rock and we'll do some heavy metal for you. Is that what you want? Okay. Good night. Sleep tight. Pleasant dreams to you. Here's a wish and a prayer that all your dreams come true. And though it's always sweet sorrow to part, you know you always bring joy to my heart. Good night.
Good night.
Sleep tight. Sleep tight, friend. Pleasant dreams to you. Here's a wish and a prayer that all your dreams come true. And now till we meet again, adios,
Adios.
au revoir, auf Wiedersehen. And now till we meet again, adios,
Adios.
au revoir, auf Wiedersehen. Good night.